You too. It's just one of them mornings, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm heading back to the yard to deliver this load. It's not too far from the yard, but it's part of the business. But like like I've been saying, I got to get home. I got to go home last night um, for a few hours to get some sleep. But of course, started working on my core aerator, which kind of broke my freaking heart. Uh, you know, these guys that change tires make it real easy. Um, One of my rims is bent on this aerator, and it's an old type of whatever. I just wanted to keep that same look on it instead of buying $70, $80 freaking new tires that they're slick and don't have no groove to them. Um, so I decided, well, I'm getting into, you know, that'll hold air and it'll puff it up. Man, I fought with this thing tooth and nail for hours last night to get that inner tube in there. Finally got it almost all the way in there. I'm putting soapy water to slip it through the rubber and to the edge. I couldn't get the whole tire off, and it's the valve stem slipped out, and I'm thinking, well, I can get a vice grips and and pull it through. All that hours of work I did, I put a vice grips on it and crushed the valve stem. I was, oh, you talk about devastated. I found Discount Tire says they work on lawnmower tires, so I'm gonna try to go over there because I wanted to do both tires. One has a slow leak. I got one more inner tube left. I got on Amazon and ordered another set, which is more money and not a whole lot of money, but it's still I go overboard and I ordered another set. I'm gonna see if I can get this guy to put the inner tube in that one and maybe fix the slow leak on the other. It might be the valve stem or something. I don't know. And then I'm gonna try to take off the back tires and do the same thing. But I think if I can get this, the tire shop to do it, I'm gonna have them put inner tubes in the two back ones too. Um, and then after that, more depressing. Something told me just buy one. But I said, "Oh, I'm getting a tine holder. That's the piece that holds those spikes that go into the ground." I wasn't sure the size. It said 5/8, but it's not a freaking 5/8. I bought four tines that were 5/8. They're way too big. So I got the holder. Problem. I'm trying to see if I can find a place on the way home to size this daggone thing. I just wanted to, I wanted to be in the yard today. I'll be off to starting the day to play with it, and I was just so disappointed and so heartbroken. But it is what it is. I mean, this is part of the good morning. I seen you online, sister. So seen you online. I was gonna jump in, but I said let me wake up a little bit before before because I got to get up and you know go do a job that pays the bills and then come on home and play around. But I'm it's like it's something stupid that I should have knew better, but I never really changed tires or whatever. I didn't know that valve stem was going to be that weak, and I learned a valuable lesson. Don't ever do that crap again. Um, But hey, it is what it is. That's all I can say. Cause I just laid up. I went laid up in the bed, and you thought somebody gave me a whooping because it was. I was fighting with it, trying not to put like a flat edge screwdriver to damage the inner tube, and soapy water. I said I don't care if I get water in the tire. It just soapy water. It was the idea was working. The idea was working, but then at the end, total destruction happened. But these are the things. And then had my I get the tine holders actually, you know, the tine holders actually fit on my machine. I was like, oh my god, something actually worked. Cause I'm in the dark out on the side of my house, um, trying to put it on there and see if it fits, and it slid on there perfect. So I'm gonna Google. There's some Ryan dealers. I'm seeing, if they could just, if they don't have tines, they probably do, but I'm just gonna see if they can size up the hole so I can get on Amazon or whatever, or get online and order the right freaking piece. Good morning, good morning. I can't look at my phone because it's laying on my dashboard. I apologize for the folks that are coming on the remix. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm noticing my remix crowd. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are growing. Um, it's this is a blessing, but folks that have done this for a while, this is some hard mess. Have trying to stay consistent, um getting out there doing it. You you sift this all. You're like me. We do the early morning. I picked the early morning for two reasons. One, because I get up. This is when I'm up. And two is because this time of the morning is not crowded. Other than folks that are in other countries or whatever, it's not crowded. It gives me time to, you know, I guess wet my feet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mike. Hey, Miss V. Hey, Mike. I was just telling this story. I just knew it was just gonna take me. It should take me. I could put these inner tubes in these tires, and I'll be running around the yard with my aerator with one spike, or four spikes with, this should be a total of 12 on there. I just know I was gonna be making a video playing with it and like, yelling and screaming, and I was so defeated. I know I'm telling folks, hey, don't give up, but I was so defeated this morning. Um, and it's a learning experience. Folks that are mechanics and that have done stuff for years, they've probably done some of this stuff and done measured wrong and whatever. Something in my heart was telling me just get one spike, because you don't know that you're not sure of the size. This thing says 5/8. I 5/8 is this. I'm right. I was so far past wrong, but you know, so far past wrong. But hey, it is what it is. Well, we talk about certain things on this channel. I sat in that shower for a good 45 minutes, scrubbing the funk off. A good 45 minutes, uh, getting all that, getting all the funk off. It just, I even got one of them, we guys, most guys, I'm gonna be honest, most guys get some soap and throw some soap on there, you know, you know the other brothers, they got the little small cloth and you got one for your face and one for everything else because blah 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 yada yada yada. Well, my wife bought me one of them was it scrubby scrunchies or whatever the heck you call them things that just scrub down everything. But I got in there and I thought I was done. I said, no, 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 stinky booty, you ain't done. Scrub it, everything. And it felt like 10 pounds, 10 pounds came off of me last night when I was laying in bed. I even, hey, I even put some cologne on. I do it for attention because I walk around my wife. She'll come kiss me on the. Oh, which one is that? The reason why I'm not a cologne aficionado, but she is. She buys. I got like 20 different types of cologne, and I'll pick one and put it on because I know she likes it, and I get attention that way. So that's why I like, I'll go, I'll go do a good scrub down, then go like a little puppy dog, head seeking for attention, and that's exactly what it did, and it made me feel better. It made me feel better. And then that's when I went back upstairs. I got online. I said, I Googled, tire repair shops that work with lawnmower tires, because I'm not fighting with these damn tires no more. I even got online and ordered another set inner tubes because I crushed that one, and I'm going to Discount Tires later on this morning when I get out of here, when I get off, when I get back from the yard. Um, I'm gonna tell y'all something personal right now. I'm, as a hypersensitive African American man, which I don't make friends. I don't make friends quickly, and when I do make friends, my circle of friends is really small. It's not that I trust. It's not about a trust issue or nothing like that, but it's about you know I don't know. It's just about people that people that understand me. And I've got a buddy right now. We cruise, and us guys. We don't really say, you know, we don't say I love you, man, and we don't do that. That's not a guy thing. Even me, I'm hypersensitive. I don't do it. But my buddy said something to me yesterday, almost had me in tears. He said, because he was frustrated. He got in a really bad accident, tore up. A guy ran into his truck, and he's out of commission. His truck is in New Mexico. They're towing it back to Prime. That's the place that he works for. They're towing it back to Prime in Missouri, I believe. I mean, the main place, Missouri, because it's cheaper for them to do it there and repair it. And he was frustrated. And I know it in his voice because we've been friends for a minute. And I said, well, I know one of his. You guys know one of my release valves is exactly what I did. I went home. I started working on one of my pieces of equipment that I bought. And even though I was frustrated, even though I felt defeated, even though I felt like the world was coming to an end because I ordered the wrong part, I was still happy, bliss, and in heaven. Um, one of his, release valves is, he gets out there and does smoke, smoking meat and stuff like that. So I just, I mentioned, well, because his wife thought might be frustrated. He had had a slight uh with like one of them little small strokes that and so he is very mellow now. And this guy's nothing but you don't look it, but he'll hit you on the back, man. Your chest will fall out. And I said, well, maybe you need to get home. He was heading home, and maybe you need to get home and um, go out there and burn something. We make jokes about it because you get bit lit and have a few beers and forget the heat, and then you burn something. It's an inside joke. But lately, his son had been taking him out and they've been going walking, and he knows that I walk because my wife walks, and I got the name, can't stop. Boy, what he said, and he mentioned, well, what I need to do is get out there and walk until I'm about to faint, so I go to sleep. He's frustrated. He said, I need to get my boy out there too. And I'm thinking, who are you talking about? And it was quiet for a minute, and he said, "You N word," and he don't realize what that. I almost was in tears. I mean, I know we friends, but that word has never really came. I say it about him, but he said it about me, and I mean, I was, man, that hit me like a ton of bricks, and not like sad, but I was like, hey, yeah, 'cause he is. He's my, he's a good friend, and I think about him when I do stuff. Like we was in um not Bermuda, but the Bahamas, and they went on an excursion. Hey, you drive around the island, and this is so and so, and this is so. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, not yeah. I didn't want to be bothered. I got a phobia. I like to see that boat. Plain and simple. I like to see that boat right there. I want to see it off in the distance. But my man is he's a big drinker, and you know how we are. Especially the black cruising community. A lot of black cruisers go out and get on these boats just to get this white Hennessy. And what they don't realize, real alcohol drinkers, that clear, the clear liquid is the cheap liquid. But black folks love that clear Hennessy. It's not dark. That when you're looking at liquor, the darker the better. That means it's more condensed. It's been sitting in that barrel for more and more years. That's why it's more expensive because it's evaporated away. It's more denser and it's more smooth tasting. The whole 9 yards. But black folks love this clear Hennessy. And these bottles were like $50 a piece before pre-COVID. And in the middle of COVID, the you know, and after the price of these bottles jumped up to 80, yeah, $80 a bottle, and this is the cheap stuff. I mean, I don't even. I noticed in my I have a liquor a bar. I have a bar. I noticed one of my bottles is missing. And I'm gonna ask my wife because I know I ain't drink it because I've never. I collect liquor from when we go on these cruises and it's just got dust on it. I know I should have three bottles, extra bottles of Hennessy. I just collect them. I don't even drink the stuff. But I thought about him. I said, man, when he gets back, he ain't gonna be able to come back out here. Let me get this. Let me give my man some liquor. And I bought a case. Two went to One went to my wife's boss and a coworker, and I was gonna keep two, for a special occasion or whatever, and then two go. I got him two. Um, I tell the story about that broiler that I bought him, and I carried it back because I think about my friend, and he thinks about me. Hey, I picked you up this. This is the subtle things that guys do. Because the man does a lot for me and my family. His family does a lot for us, and we try to reciprocate. I try to find things that I know he likes. Uh, I knew he was down in the mouth, and there's a Asian place over here. It's like it's like a supermarket, but it ain't a supermarket. What it is the Chinese food places come here and get their food for their restaurants. Even the Mexicans and the Koreans, they get the food for the food and takeout and stuff like that. Well, me and the missus happened to come across um, oxtails for eight and some change, about a pound. So I picked him up 10 pounds because he's always talking about Korean, not Korean, but Jamaican, this place in Jamaican 90, he had oxtails, four bones. He say meat, he say four bones for 20 30 bucks, and I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. Well, I've really just had an oxtail meal about a month ago, because we found this place, and uh, a case, which is 10 pounds, was like eight, it like eight something a pound, so it's like $80. So I thought, I say, hey man, I picked you up some. I know you're down in the, you're down. Picked you up some oxtail. So we gonna meet later. He's gonna, come up to the yard. It's probably a little early right now, so I ain't gonna call him right now. But he's gonna come up later. I'll probably meet him before I head back to the house, and give him this stuff. And just it's that nod that hey man, appreciate you. Those are the things that it's not that you had you had that people that the only reason that person call you up is to borrow something. You know what I'm saying? Who want to be bothered with that? Who want to be bothered with that? That's why when those people call, you don't want to answer the phone. You don't want to freaking answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's not an easy, thing, but it is what it is. But I got I got a big old box of oxtails, frozen oxtails, on the driver's side, so it should be good till I make this delivery and then come back. I just tell them, hey, I'll meet you on the way back to the yard, yada yada yada. And give them this other stuff because we kind of live like 60 or 70 miles away from each other. I live in like I live northeast of Atlanta, and he lives kind of southwest of Atlanta. We don't live in Atlanta. Everybody like, I'm moving to Atlanta. Yeah, you don't want to live in Atlanta. Trust and believe that. You know. But yeah, yeah, I'm heading up along the highways. It feels weird to be in a small vehicle after being in an 18 wheeler freaking month. You know. um, uh, these are Miss V. These are the folks. This guy. It's not that he be balling, but he getting up there and he trying to do stuff too. That's why when I say I'm going to Costa Rica, he rented the. He's the guy who rented the house and just say, hey man, just bring the just get the airplane, just get the tickets. you know, and we was, man, you want to talk about fun? You want to talk about fun? That's, oh my gosh, I have like, I had a ball, and we're going back. Um, it's good to have friends like that. You know, there, I didn't want to, I didn't want to get online and say anything, but there's someone that's, I don't think they realize what they're doing. There's a guy in our group. He's got PTSD, and you can see it. And it's not that he don't want to come out, but he's kind of signaling, "Hey, I ain't ready yet." You know what I'm saying? And as a friend and as someone who's highly sensitive, I recognize that y'all might know what I'm talking about, and I'm not judging, but you can clearly see the man ain't ready yet. He's friendly and outspoken online and on YouTube, but that might be a different person out in the out in real life. Because when if you got PTSD and you seen battle and you seen bullets flying and people dying, that's a whole different that's a whole different scenario. My buddy, like I said, said in the story, I like to go when Carnival Cruise Lines has um, a thank you for, veterans and stuff like that. And I finally brought him with me, and they were thinking, he just, you could see that he was really disturbed because he's the ex special forces, and he wasn't taking it right. And when I finally spoke to him later, it's because four of his um, four of the guys in his unit, because they're special forces, they're a real small unit. Four of the guys in his unit passed away. So think about that. You don't know what demons a person is battling. So sometimes you got to look behind. You got to look past the big picture. You know, why is that person the way they are? You don't know. We as African Americans, we go in the military not because you see, oh, they flew into the building in 9/11. I'm gonna fight the bad guys and for my country. No, we go because we come from certain parts of the country that there's no other way out. There's no other way out, and we don't realize that the military is teaching us to be killers. The military is teaching us to be natural born killers and to follow orders. I remember I was on a fast attack submarine that actually carried a nuclear tomahawk missile. And one of the things, this is why they get recruits so young, because they can mold their minds and mess with your head. They said if you were given the order to press the button, would you press the button? Now in my mid 50s, not only no, but hell no. I wouldn't let you hit the other button because it takes two to initiate the launch. Even on a sub, it takes two. But at a young age, I was like, not only know when I hit the button, I'd stomp on it. But you didn't realize the mind control and the conditioning that's done to you as a young person. All the drills and all the things that you do. We would uh, uh, do all these drills and all this training, all that. And I was in charge of ops middle level when I was on duty. I was actually a sub cook. And I remember one time, what had actually happened. We were surfacing, and the the snorkel mask had went up, and one of the valves was stuck open, and water came into the ops, and then it started coming down the stairs where I was, and boy, I freaked the heck out. But in the process of freaking out, I didn't lose it and start screaming like a little bitch. No, I did what I was supposed to. I secured that compartment, and what I'm saying like that. Even though I was freaking terrified, I did what I was supposed to do because I trained over and over and over and over and over. And what a lot of folks don't realize, when you've seen death and you your life is on the line over and over and over again. The military, when you get out, don't do jack freaking diddly squat for you. You get one person to say how you feeling, and if you say something stupid, you in the cuckoo ward, and you, even though you probably something ain't right, but you say one wrong word, and you in there with people that are banging their heads on the wall. Trust me. I said something smart. I said something smart, and I wound up in one of those places for 25. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to hurt myself, knowing that was a damn lie. Excuse me. And next thing you know, two guys in white whatever took me to the crazy place. I just remembered that. Oh my God, that was damn near and that was in the military. So you think that someone is a you know, combat vet is going to sit there and tell the doc that he's fighting demons? No, no, he's not. Then when he gets out, do you think we as military veterans want to go to the VA? VA is everybody said that is one of the worst places to go to get anything taken care of. I wouldn't let them pull out a hangnail. I promise you that. So when I'm saying that, and y'all understand that some people might not be ready and they might have reservations because that's not their safe place. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's not their safe place. Even though they might want to come out there and they might be in tears, but still be there for that person. Be there for that man. Be there for that woman. Let them know, hey, if you need anything, I'm here for you. If you want to go do this, whatever, in the future, keep inviting, because one day they'll come out of that shell and see what they've been missing. But right now, they're in their safe place. You see what I'm saying? We don't realize what damage is on each and every one of us because you sing that Beyonce song. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it, and that's a lot of it with our sisters, our black women. You know, I'm not gonna say masculine tendencies, but you guys have been surviving for so long that you ain't had a chance to take a break. And when you're finally ready to take a break, you don't know if you can trust. Can I take a break with you? Okay, or you just effed up as the rest of them. I remember I told my wife, look, I don't know who you think I am. Like I'm some super Negro. I got some damaging. I'm damaged a bit myself. I can screw up. I can screw up all on my own. Stop comparing me to other people. I can screw up all by my lonesome. But let me screw up by my lonesome. Let me apologize. Let me be that one, because if I screw up and I see that I screwed up, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna be there for you. I'm gonna remember that, and I'm gonna try my best not to do it again. Like right now, yeah, I'm rushing to get stuff done because Friday's my anniversary. I got to, that's my day from, me and her. But usually I spend my time, in my safe place. My safe place is in my garage. My safe place is in my yard. My safe place is doing yard work. My safe place is going to Home Depot. I bought $150 worth of crap, and I ain't been home 10 minutes. 10 freaking minutes. Good morning. Good morning. I sorry I can't see y'all because I'm driving. I got, I'm driving in my car now. I don't have my mount, so I can't see if anybody came in. But these are the things, especially when you get older, you got to have something to make you happy. If it's growing that tomato plant, if it's being on YouTube and helping someone or talking to somebody, to guide them, to make that their experience better. It's if it's cooking food, and you're that person that's making that lasagna, or if it's being on that video game and doing the shoot 'em up. Now, I probably get killed every time. You know, we have to know that these are those release valves that we see before you turn into like the one that would uh you don't want to be the postal guy. That's all I'm saying. And we get these women. You need to give me attention, and they're on video walking up to a 70-inch flat screen TV and hitting it with a hammer. Really, really. All my wife got to do is give me a look, and I know. Okay, I need to stop what I'm doing right here. All I need is a look. But she's very, very, what's the not accommodating, but she takes care of me. My stomach was hurting so freaking bad last night, and it's not for anything else but for eating junk food and all that stuff. And I knew I was gonna get like 3 or 4 course meal. Well, what you want for dinner? I said nothing, honey. And even when I say nothing, she'll make me something, and I have to eat it. I said, please don't make me nothing. And she's like, "Yeah, I even made that, hamburger. No, I'm good. But I was appreciative. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sometimes you get so spoiled you forget how good you got it till it ain't there no more. So I'm like, hey, appreciate you. I'm gonna get with her later on today or probably tomorrow, and because I noticed that she figured out I'm part of the hypathon, so she coming up with cruise stuff. You gotta have 10 reasons. I'm okay. I'm gonna get a notepad. Say, come on, let's come up with 10 reasons. Blah, 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 blah. Because I do love cruising. I'm going on the ship in March. Carnival Mardi Gras. We got 600, no, $700 free onboard cash to spend how we feel like. I probably let her do all of it. I like um that part of it. We're probably gonna one because it's a birthday cruise. We usually do my birthday. I was like, I'm tired of doing my birthday. Let's do yours. But there's a thing where you can sign up for a cooking class. Boy, we were going at it like cats and dogs on the last one. But what the heck did I do? Well, hopefully y'all are still there. I touched the dang touched the I touched a button and it took me all the way out the daggone Sorry about that. Yeah, I touched a button and it took me all the way up. Look at it. Oh boy. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I think I moved it. Now I hear echo. Oh, brother. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this one short today because I got an echo and don't know how to get rid of it. And I'm driving. But I'm close to the yard. Uh, just want to say this like I've been saying before. Just know this: God loves you, and I love you too. Peace out.